I'll introduce myself as always real quick. My name is Mitchell Heber. I am 24 years young. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm here to share my smile with the world. Hopefully bring a smile to your face. So smile like you mean it, and it will be returned. I promise you that. And again, today I want to talk about in an infinite universe, there is reality. So what does that mean? What does that mean to you? Do you believe in infinite universes? Do you believe in reality, so to speak? I'd be curious. Let me know. What up, Michael? How you doing, my brother? And yeah, I think today is going to be pretty cool just to touch on this. Some things that kind of sank into my mind yesterday at this seminar. So I'm officially a graduate of the landmark advanced course, which is awesome, really powerful, and I was left touched, moved, and inspired with the knowledge that I learned there. Anyways, I kind of want to touch on some of these things that I learned and why I believe it is powerful. You know, we have an infinite universe, which is amazing. You know, the infinity sign, that just goes to show the power of the universe, you know, and energy and life and everything around us. So when you look around us, there is also reality. So there's some things that are, you know, what we call the physical or physicalness. And what that is something that, you know, whatever, if you look to your left or your right, there might be something on your table, or for instance, I don't know, I could grab like a book real quick. So a couple of things I can actually use this example for. This is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Haven't read it all yet, but it seems to be an amazing book. But if you look at it, like what is it? You know, it is a book, but there's kind of three aspects of it. You know, it has its form, and as you know, everything in this universe is made out of electrons and atoms, and everything has a vibration, which is pretty awesome. So it has form, you know, and that's for what it is. And then we have, you know, where it is. So this is kind of the distance, you know, from wherever you're looking from here to the screen. Like, it's going to look different from your perspective than my perspective. And then you also have the time, you know, where in the world it exists in that moment in time. So that's just one thing to kind of realize with physicalness. And then with anything, it has to be measurable. So the other cool thing that I like to kind of talk about with this whole concept of, you know, reality for what it is basically, well, the physicalness, one, and then you have everything has a beginning, middle, and end. So again, like a book, you know, it has the beginning, you know, the middle, and then, of course, the end of the book. So I love to express that because I see life a lot differently than I do now. And one thing I like to bring it back to is snowboarding for me. You know, when I take off a jump, like I started at one point, and then I took off the jump, and I was in bliss. You know, there's nothing going on in my mind, and then I landed, and that's the impact. So when you take a moment and just like sit in silence, like, what do you get out of that? And for me, myself, like, I discovered existence, but not just existence for myself, but, you know, the people around me, you know, as a whole, because we are one, and, you know, we unite together. So in reality, some things that aren't necessarily real is language as one of them. You know, language isn't something that is really real. You know, it's something that we created and now exists. So it is, you know, real today. And the power of language connects all of us. You know, if we didn't speak to one another, then we would be in silence. So it's kind of interesting to look at that concept and understand that, because, you know, in reality, like in the universe, there's like the sound of silence, and that's nothing. So there's actually a pretty cool YouTube out there by Alan Watts called The Sound of Silence, I believe. Something that's really cool. And I also like to refer to that peacefulness as a way to kind of reconnect with who you really are. And that's why I believe meditation is so powerful. And, you know, I meditate every single day in the morning, and that's that silence and letting the universe kind of realign and, you know, work its magic while you're in that silence. It's a lot more powerful. So I kind of just want to touch on this physicalness of, you know, something for what it is, where it is, and the shape that it holds, the form, its energy, basically. And then understanding that everything has a beginning, middle, and end. So just like the universe as it is infinite, people talk about the Big Bang Theory, and it was a theory, so, we don't necessarily know that that was the beginning. Or if you're talking about the scriptures, it first started with the word, or, creation. So that was the beginning. Our life started when we were born. And then we have maybe the middle of our life, wherever that is, and then our end, which is when we die, because we all are going to die. So we have the beginning, middle, and end. But in the infinite universe, like, life goes on. Life will continue on Earth. And I think it's really powerful to look at that, because, life is beautiful. And I want to express that oneness, with all of us as a whole. Because when you experience that silence, like, not only do you understand who you are, but you understand language, because what comes after all that? The language that we speak and the existence that we get to connect and create with each and every single one of us on this planet. So I wanted to express that. I hope some of it made sense to you. Let me know if it did. I'd be curious. And I just would kind of challenge you today to look at your life. If you, in a sense, like I said, you were born and you have the middle of your life and then the end of your life, which we don't know. But one thing we can predict, like, if you're going to wake up in the morning, you have that entire day ahead of you, and that's your existence. That's where you get to create any possibility that you have or want in your life. And then when your head hits the pillow that night, recreate, set that intention for tomorrow so you can recreate a new life and live in the moment and learn to be in existence and have peace with your day and where you are going. So I think it's something to just look at in life from a new perspective, and understanding that there is the beginning, there is a middle, and there's an end in anything. For instance, Earth as a whole, if you go down to your feet, you got your your head to the middle, your waist, and then your toes is the end. If you look across the room, like, you don't see my perspective right now, but you got the carpet, you got the tile, and that's where it ends. And then so on and so forth. It goes to the west coast, and it ends at the ocean. From the ocean it goes all the way around to, I guess it'd be like Asia or something, or Japan, and so forth. And then it comes back around in full circle back to where I'm standing. So there's that beginning, middle, and end. And it has to be measurable. And that's how everything is created, from the buildings, your walls in your house. And so just everything has to be measurable, and everything is in form, everything is existence, everything is existing, and it has distance and time, where it is, when it is, and for what it is. So again, hopefully that made sense to you. I thought it was pretty cool, and I just scratched the surface on some of these things that I learned yesterday, and I'm still putting it all together. But it is extremely powerful to understand some of this, and it blew my mind. I don't even know where to begin. All I know is that I am here, I'm existing, and I'm here with you, and I'm here for all of you, because we are one. And I love it. I think it's amazing. I can literally feel your guys' energy through my cell phone here, which is awesome. And I can feel the energy all around me, and it's amazing. No matter where you are in the world, like, everything is all connected. My energy sends through my walls, through the other state, into wherever you guys are. So it's powerful, and it's amazing to look at life in this new perspective and understand that we have the power to create anything we want in this world. So start where you are. Start creating and end, in that time. But remember, you can start all over again. We live in an infinite universe with physicalness. So hopefully you guys got some value again. Thank you all for tuning in with me today. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you want to share it with the world, feel free to share it. Make a comment, and again, remember, I love all of you. Keep smiling. God bless, and have a beautiful, blessed day. We will see you all very soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.